So I'm noticing that I drilled the wrong holes on my scoop here. I was supposed to drill 1/8 inch holes for the 1/8 rivets, which are these here. But instead, my holes are too big. I didn't read the directions, but I'm putting these 3/16 rivets in here, and I'm kind of noticing it look better anyway. 1/8 are kind of rinky-dinky, adequate, but these 3/16 they seem to look a little better. They're more pronounced. So instead of ordering a new scoop, I'm just gonna drill it 3/16 and call it good. Well, if we take a look at this hood, I'm having a bit of a clearance issue, and it's right here. I've got it adjusted as best I can. This side is really good, as in this is flat, but this side here is definitely popped up, and it's not resting on that bumper, nor is it on this middle bumper. There's definitely a gap there, and you can't push it down anymore. I mean, it's like the hinge is bottomed out. But if we take a look at the hinge here, and this is up a little bit too, but I think once that latches it goes down, but it doesn't have any effect down here. And I've tried left and right to adjust this. I even put some washers between this bracket and this bracket in order to lower this lower bracket, which is what holds everything here. But it actually made it worse. So what I think the problem is this bracket that hops that mounts to the hood here. I noticed when I put this on, it was not as straight as that one, as in straight parallel with the hood. This one seems to come in just a little bit, and all of 4 of these holes do not line up. These top 2 line up, but as I said, this bracket seems to be like this. So I think when I close the hood, I think it's tweaking a little bit and curling this hood up. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna unbolt these, I'm gonna drill these out, I'm gonna reattach this bracket with these lower 2 holes, which are not lined up very well. I doubt that shows up on camera, but what I think that'll do is take this bracket and align it a little more straight. We'll see if that helps. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to come back to it because I gotta get started on other stuff. Well, that didn't make a difference at all. But I did figure out why this hood is not laying flat. And if you look on the radiator support, I don't know how well this will show up, right here there's a mark. And that's where this bracket has been contacting the radiator support here, and that's why the hood's not laying flat. I doubt you'll be able to see it on this, but no, probably not. But that's definitely the reason why this gap is here. It's not happening on the other side, but it's definitely happening here. So the question is, and I've tried to adjust it left and right, up, down, all that stuff. I think I'm gonna have to make a notch. And it'd be way easier to make a notch in this. At least it'd be easier to take this off, notch it, and put it back on than it would be to take this whole hood off and put a notch in there. I'd rather notch this. Well, the next step in the build manual is to fit the windshield. But if you notice in a previous video when I put the body on, the body is touching a part of the firewall as well as the dash mount. Therefore, the body has to come off. I have to trim those and bend. But in order to get the body off, I got to undo these quick jacks. The lights can stay because those are the weather pack connectors. But everything I just did with this hood, I have to undo because the body won't come off with the hood bolted on. Fortunately, I got help on the way. It's really a 3-person job to get this body on and off. Piece of cake. Well, it's a lot of work getting this body on or off, but because it was resting on this firewall and the dashboard mount, I had to take it off. I had to trim that. I wasn't able to bend this dashboard mount enough, so I just cut a little off, and I'm very pleased because it's no longer resting on the firewall, and the manual says there should be some give right here before it hits the dashboard mount, and there is. But before I can properly install this windshield, I need to get the body remounted with the quick jacks. But before I do that, I guess this is a good time. Might as well go ahead and paint these.